team for two trying to pick a play. I think you might get a better idea.
Hello and welcome to one of the special environments in college football. Clemson folks call this the original Death Valley. It is rocking in anticipation of this battle today. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th-ranked team, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Tigers will kick this away to get us going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. There's the handoff. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. They'll hand it off. Get some space around the 30.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these 3rd downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. A penalty backs up the offense. It's 1st and 15. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a 1st down.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
And here's the handoff. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They go with a direct snap. He's past the marker and still going. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. The Hurricanes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Direct snap to the back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. 3rd down and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, that's a touchdown on the board here early in the game for him. And Chris, intentional or not, look how much time they took off the clock here in the opening quarter. So not only did they get a touchdown, they took the air out of the ball as well.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring.
That makes the score Miami 7, Clemson 0.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Now here comes the bunch formation. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. On the run here, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Peters. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. That's a design quarterback keeper. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
They'll run it here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he scores. Touchdown, Miami. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
0.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Makes a quick grab. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. They're going to run it here. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. He's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. There's so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire 1st half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
It's 3rd down for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they tack on the extra point. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Canes will line up to kick it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. powerful Clemson offense is back out there. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Peters. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They'll avoid the big hit with the slide. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the ball to the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Chris, this could end. Critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently, if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
This is a risky play by the offensive coordinator going with a flea flicker. Yeah, if you catch the defense napping, it can be a big play, but there's just too many variables. You're putting the ball in the hands of a non-thrower, a skill guy who wants to catch the ball instead of throwing it. And when the defense is barreling down on him like that, then it's hard enough for a quarterback to make the throw, let alone a guy that's not used to being in that position, and he ends up throwing a pick.
Close to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Ball handed off. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Canes will kick this away to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They get the second half started with a running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
It went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain. And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
First down, looking to throw the ball. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. So off the solid gain on the ground, they go back to the passing game, but give up the sack that time.
Boy, what a big difference, Chris, between the run blocking we saw in the previous play when they got big yards, and here in pass pro, they just get overwhelmed by this defense. Great job of applying the pressure to bring that quarterback down for the sack.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he's got it. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And it's incomplete that time. Just out of reach of the receiver. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. And the tackling right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Hands off to the left. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crossing the 40. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Second down play coming up. To throw, it's Sampson. The pass rush closing in. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Or it's snapped to the back. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
The end of the third quarter with the score, Miami 14, Clemson 7.
Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. He takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. And you talk about a confidence booster going forward.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Solid game, moves the ball to the 43. The Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter. You're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. There's a wide open receiver complete. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he
all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Knocks through the extra point. We are dead even here in the final quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Your worst-case scenario, go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost them 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And the defense takes a timeout with 27 seconds left. And the Tigers will send their punt team onto the field. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. So how do they play this in the remaining seconds? They're not in field goal range. How aggressive do they get pushing the ball downfield? And looking for a big play here. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
So now on comes the field goal unit. So here we go. This will be a 51-yard field goal attempt to win the game. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. So here we go. This will be a 51-yard field goal attempt to win the game. And that is no good. Here in the 4th quarter, the game remains tied. So here comes our first play of overtime. They're going to run it. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Gain of 4. 2nd down.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, I don't blame him. Go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
Here we go. Biggest play so far. Can the defense get a stop on third and goal here in OT? That's a design quarterback keeper. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
PAT puts him in front by 7.
That makes the Super Bowl Miami 21, Clemson 14.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? The back's got it. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And there's the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short. So here comes a crucial third down play. They have 2 plays to make this, needing a touchdown to stay in the game. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
Point after, up and good. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. Here comes a handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll give it to the running back. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
They get just enough for the first down here. Nice job by the offensive line, controlling the line of scrimmage and giving the back a chance to pick up the first down.
So the offense now will set up 1st and goal here in double overtime. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second and goal for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
By the corner. Loses 4. It's now 3rd and goal.
Let's see what the call is on this critical 3rd and goal as he try to punch it in overtime.
Freedom, freedom. 29 Philly, Dino.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. As the first down is still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Canes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. Of course, they'll decline the offsides penalty, and the touchdown will stand. See if they can convert the point after. And there's the point after.
The extra point is good. That's the end of the 2nd overtime, with the game still tied.
Okay, so now we've got dueling 2-point conversions from here on out to decide this game. Enormous pressure on every snap. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he is stopped short. They cannot execute the crucial 2-point play. So the defense does the job, and now this offense comes out for a 2-point try to win the game right here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. And he'll run it in. The conversion works and gives them a 2-point lead here. In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this is